Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. So we're talking about confrontation today, aren't we, Zen?
Yeah, welcome back to the Domino Effect. Forgot about that part.
Ah, yes. Intros. They mean something to people.
Yeah, you know. Alright, so we're talking about confrontation.
Talking about confrontation. Something you and I have no problem with.
Yep. I fucking love it. To be honest. To be
I
completely honest.
honestly, same.
Oh god. What did what do you want to talk about first about confrontation though?
Um, well, I think that we should talk about how some people have issues with said confrontations.
Mm-hmm.
Pause real quick. Let me turn over these meatballs.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, I kind of want to talk about like how, like, at least from my perspective, I want to, like, my opinion on the topic is like how I'm not afraid of it, I guess, and like people who maybe have issues with confronting things.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is too is that like you can have issues with confrontation in general, but then you could have like certain topics where like you just don't want to confront, either within yourself or like outwardly. I feel like you and I don't have that issue though at all. I feel like even hard topics for us, we're very upfront about them because
Yeah.
we're just like, you know what, might as well just get it over with.
Just get the fuck
It'll
over with.
hurt. It'll hurt less in the future than if we just don't say anything now.
Yeah, you gotta rip that shit off like a goddamn band-aid. It's
Yeah,
it's
I feel like you and I are on the same page on that.
oh yeah. It's a lot easier and a lot more freeing to just confront it like in the beginning. It's like it's simple, it's easy, it's yeah.
No, I absolutely agree. Honestly, I absolutely agree. I think that facing your problems head on and facing them with conviction, I think, and like confrontation, a lot of people when they hear that word, they think of like aggressive or just like a fight, I feel like. And that's not what confrontation means at
Oh yeah.
all. I think in some cases, Zen's probably gonna be like, I like to fight though.
I can't say I
Not hit
like to
someone in the
fight.
chest.
I can't say I like to fight because I've never been in a fight. Nobody's wanted to fight
Ah,
me, like period.
well, yeah, you're kind of intimidating to look at. You also give off a very like intimidating vibe though as well.
Do I?
Yeah, a little bit. Not to me, but like just like the way that you stand, you're just very confident, and that can be intimidating to people.
I got you.
If that, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Not intimidating and like, oh, you're scary. No, just like you're very sure of yourself. Is what
Yeah,
I mean, and that can be very intimidating to people.
that's fair.
Um, I think that and that's the other thing too is that like again like I feel like a lot of like the words that we're going to be using today can be used are most likely used or thought of in a negative or an aggressive manner, and I don't think that's what y'all should be thinking about right now.
It's
Like
definitely time to
you
put
need
a
to,
different spin on that whole confrontation
yeah,
thing.
and I think that's also kind of why I wanted to do this particular topic is because confrontation can just be like sitting down with someone and just confronting whatever you two or group or whatever need to talk about. And I've never had an issue with it.
Hmm.
I don't think I've ever, if people were like, oh, I want to talk to you, I'd be like, okay. And like sometimes I thought something was going to happen that they wanted to talk about, and it was the complete opposite, and it was perfectly fine.
Hmm.
And sometimes it was something that I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like we're just going to have like a nice little chat. And it's like, no, actually, we're not going to have a nice little chat. It's going to be something completely different. And but yet it still's like sometimes people just need to get out their feelings, whether it's about you, whether it's about someone else, or
Hmm.
just a topic or a suggestion about something, and confronting that, you're going to get a lot more results and more of what you want if you just face things head on.
Yeah.
Even if in the short term it's not what you really want, but maybe in the long term it's going to help you later on or just have a better perspective on something. At least in my opinion. I think it's better to just rip the band-aid off now rather than just
Oh yeah. And I mean,
let it sit
there are
there.
things that I didn't like confront, but there are things that I did confront as soon as I would have wanted to. But
Mm-hmm.
like if like thinking about it now in retrospect, it's like if I just confronted it when it happened, it would have just been a lot more weight off my shoulders. Because like it can be like anything, it can be literally anything. Like shit, you can be like guilty about something you've done, something they've done. It's just like anything it is, just confront it head on, and it's just you can go and get on with your life, basically.
Yeah, no, I completely, absolutely agree. 100,010%. I think once you, again, like once you just face everything head on, I think that your life and just everything is so much easier.
Oh yeah.
Even if, again, even if it's not something that you wanted, or even like I've had confrontations before, and it wasn't something that I wanted to talk about, nor did I wish for what happened afterward did. But I feel better talking about it. Like it's still like even just talking about that thing or what have you, like that situation, I
Mm.
feel better now talking about it than if I had it. And I just let it build up, and then like some people will just like explode in a billion pieces, and you're just like, oh my freaking goodness, you just lit a whole ass volcano and
Oh, I've done
everything just
that
spilled
before.
out. I've had friends where like stuff just like builds up over like a good like few months, and then just like standing up just being like ah and just like screaming basically. I don't want to say it was like as dramatic as like
Just
a movie
going
scene or anything,
going
but it
fucking
was like
Super
it was
Saiyan.
yeah, no, well, it was at a party.
Oh
It
my.
was like a birthday party. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So it was at a
Oh
party.
no.
It was at a birthday party specifically, and they had some feelings about one of the girls that were
Mm.
there. And they basically were like, "You're a bitch. I fucking hate you. Have a good birthday. Fucking goodbye." And just like basically told this
That's
girl off
foul
in
as
front of
fuck.
everybody, and we were all just like, "Oh my
Happy
fucking goodness!"
birthday.
Like, and the girl whose birthday it was, she's just sitting there like, I okay, this is great. I'm like, I was like, geez, this girl just ruined her friend's birthday, and
Oh
like,
damn.
and I don't exactly remember what it was about. I feel like it was about a boy, but I don't think they were dating them. But it was just like it was something that like he said about her, I think, and then like because they were friends and she expected something. And again, I don't think it was like one of them. He was dating one of them, and like I don't think it was like a petty jealousy thing like that. I think
Mm-hmm.
it was like he said something to her friend, who the girl that was called a bitch, and then she just like didn't say anything or like didn't defend her. But it was like a very, but he knew something personal, I guess. It was something like that. Like it wasn't like a jealousy thing, but it was more of like a this person said something about the girl, and then the girl that she thought was her friend just didn't say anything in defense of her, and it just built up. But it was like a very like big thing that what he said. I feel like it was like private information, and I think that's what like upset her.
Mm.
And so I mean, I don't know. And again, like I was just there at the party, so I don't know the full situation, but it was like, whoa, whoa,
Yeah,
what just happened? And
I
we were
don't
all just like, the girl like pieced out and left, and we were all just like standing at like the table, just like, okay, what the F just happened? But yeah, and then like come, like a week later at school and everything's chill and fine. So like I guess it wasn't like that big of a deal,
everybody's just
but there
fucking
are people who
chilling.
are like that where it just like explodes and it's just like word vomit and everything is just thrown out to the freaking balls to the wall. So yeah, I think it does happen for sure. And I don't think that that's where people's mindset needs to be. No, I think that like letting something build up is not good. I think now that doesn't mean that I think that like you should just like tell everyone all what you're feeling all the time. Like people might say like I don't have filter and like I don't, but there are some things I do hold back, and you can I feel like can attest to this. Like I don't tell everyone everything.
Oh yeah.
Um, I'm more open about certain situations in my life right now because of what I'm going through, but I don't tell everyone everything off the bat. And I think even some other people would be surprised at how deep I have. I don't want to say issues, but like the problems that I do have with certain things, how deep they really go.
Hmm. Yeah, I normally just don't
And
tell people
like,
shit.
yeah, I really don't. People might think they know a lot about me, but they really do not. There's maybe 5 people that know everything. There's 6 people that know everything.
6. Jeez. I got like 1.
Me, I know.
Yeah.
But I feel like my problems, the ones that I have, I feel like are very big for just one person to handle.
Yeah.
And I think that's very fair to say, from everything that you especially know.
Yeah.
Um, like I've made people cry. I've made you cry
Oh
about it.
yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
again, I mean, but I still face my issues head on. I feel like I'm not afraid of them. I just am more upset by them.
Mm. I, I don't. I was gonna say I don't face my problems. I face my problems. I definitely face my problems, but I didn't really before. It took a little while for me to like realize that all the problems that I'm facing, if I just face them head on, I can just you know chill the fuck out and move on with my life and just do better things. And I feel like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was the best decision, honestly. Because I also used to be that person that just blew up, like
Mm-hmm.
blew the fuck up, like
Mm-hmm.
goddamn volcano shit.
Mm-hmm.
It only happened really twice, maybe 3 times. But like
Mm-hmm.
after that, I was like, bruh, nah, you can't be doing this no more.
Yeah.
That's some fucked shit. Yeah, nah, bruh. Yeah, nah. I'll be dead
Yeah.
if I'm
No,
doing that
I
shit
feel that.
again. It was like I gained nothing from it, and the explosion only made things worse. So it's just like,
Yeah.
what why? What's the point of this? You think you're helping somebody, but really you're just gonna hurt them in the end because you're not telling them what you need to say.
Yeah. I think so too. Or and not even just hurting them, but like you hurt yourself. I feel like because I feel like there's people who I've tried speaking to. I feel like the thing is too is because I'm so open. I feel like I attract a lot of people that are not as open
Mm.
because it's just like my dramatic ass can other people can only handle my ass for so long. And I feel like the people who are not like me, basically intense, and outspoken,
Yeah.
um, I attract people like that. And I feel like because of that, I feel like I've either lost friendships or people in my life in general who don't want to open up to me or who don't want to be like, I feel like you're a problem because of X, Y, and Z. And like I will say, like I do put my foot in my mouth a lot, but it's honestly it's never be like from ill will or from like malicious intention. Sometimes I just say something and I'm just like, oh shit. And after I say something, I'm like, oh crap, like I do need to apologize. And I have apologized
Mm.
to people before of like, hey, I did not mean the way that it came out. I am so sorry. Like, if you want to talk about it, we can. And half the time they're just like, oh yeah, like it's okay. Like I know you didn't mean it. And the other half are just like, I mean, yeah, it was kind of fucked up that you said that. I was like, I know.
Mm.
If like whatever I can do to help make it better, like I'm totally willing to do. Like whatever you need, like even if it's space or what have you. Um, But like the fact that like I feel like the other thing is too, because I don't mind confrontation, I feel like I'm always the one in my friendships, except for you, honestly, like that I'm always like, okay, I'm gonna have to be the one to apologize, even if it's not even like my fault. I'm like, I feel like it's on me to fix the relationship, and like it shouldn't be. Whether you are confrontational or non-confrontational, and it still needs to be like a two-way street. And if
Mm.
someone doesn't want to even bother, then I say like they're not worth your
I was gonna say
time
it's
anymore.
not fucking worth it. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's
That's
not worth
right.
it. But like I can understand being scared or nervous about talking about something, but at the same time I feel as though people using like, well, I'm not confrontational, it's like I understand that, but I am physically asking you what's wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not coming at you in like an aggressive manner or even in a you need to tell me, like I'm just asking like, hey, like what can I do to make this better? I understand that you're upset or what have you, or like sometimes it's like even me that like I'm the one that is upset. There's
Mm.
situation, that I can think of like three situations just that have happened recently within my life. And by recently I mean like within the last 5 years. I don't just mean like, oh, like last week or
Last
whatever. I just
month,
mean
yeah.
like, like in my 20s. I
Yeah.
should put that very clear. um that there were times where like I was the one that was done wrong,
Mm.
but yet I had to be the one to be like, hey, like we need to fix this because I obviously care about you. I want to still be your friend, but like my best friend back home, I feel like is not confrontational at all. And I feel as though the way we think about things, while our cores and morals of like values are very much the same, we just have such different personalities that the way we look at the world is just completely different.
Mm.
And I could never live the way she does, and she can never live the way I do. But we're so like best friends, and I still consider her like a sister almost. And she's helped me out with a lot of things, and I feel like I've done the same for her a lot of times too, but she's not as open, and I have to be the one to almost like pry into her life. And I feel like sometimes that she doesn't like that, but at the same time, like when I do that and I do pry and I am a little more confrontational about certain
Mm.
things, whether it be just like something random or whether it be um just like talking to her about her day or whatever, like being the person that reaches out is something that I think she actually really appreciates because she's so not like that. And
Yeah.
I think that's kind of like the good thing about being confrontational. It's not just about confrontation, it's also about like being able to reach out to people, I think, as well, and just being like, hey, you're my friend and I love you, or you're whatever, my mom or my dad, or none of my family is not they're all very confrontational, but
Mhm.
feel like it's more of like my friends for me specifically. But I know people who like have parents that are very like hands off about some things, and it's just like, mom, dad, like I love you, like you're my parent, like I want you to be there for me, and like what have you. So I don't think it's such a bad thing at all. I really
Mm.
don't. To say what you need and how you need it and what you want, for sure.
For sure.
How do you feel, Zen?
I'm just sitting here thinking about what you said about like your friends fucking you over. I'm just like, bah, I could not.
What do you mean?
I mean, I've got a lot less patience for people than you do, and you know this. So like hearing you say you're getting fucked over by people, and then you're the one that has to say sorry. Fuck no. Fuck
Yeah,
no. Couldn't nah. Nah, 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 nah,
couldn't
nah, nah,
be
nah.
you.
Could not be me.
I
Nah,
know
nah,
you're
nah,
not
nah,
like
nah,
that.
nah.
I just feel like because of the way that I am, like I feel like I have a pretty nurturing spirit. I feel
Mm.
like, like I'm usually like the mom of my group, the mom role. Um, I think because of that, it's just when I know someone's hurt, especially when like I'm the one that hurt them, whether or like even if they hurt me, um, whether by mistake or what have you, um, like I want to make it better. Even if like we're not friends afterward, at least we got the chance to try and to like really say what we needed to. And I think that's better than just holding everything in. And even if like it's me that has to be like, hey, and now there's been some points where I'm like, listen, I need you guys to check in on me because I'm not myself right now and like I need help, and like obviously you guys know that I'm probably gonna like say something or need, you know, encouragement or what have you. But I
Mm.
do really, because I feel like I always reach out to people and because I'm always the one that's making sure everyone's okay. Even if like I don't like you, like if I know that like you're going through something, whether you told me by accident or whether like there's been times where like there's people like I just don't like them. I just don't vibe with them. Well, it's not that like I hate them or like I can't be civil with them or anything, but just like I just don't like them. That's fine.
Yeah.
But like I know they're like upset about something. I think the because of how I am as like my human nature, who I am as a person, my personality traits, I just want to make someone feel good for that moment and make sure they're okay. And if they're not, like just be like, hey, like I know we don't get along, or you know, I know we're not as close friends, but like I'm here for you. And like if you need anything, just like let me know. And sometimes like I make a friend or like I understand their way of thinking better and like I don't mind hanging out with them after that. Like there's been a few people I can think of, even like I don't want to say recently, but again, when I say recent, I mean like past, you know, in my 20s.
Yeah.
That's happened, and I've become really good friends with those people.
Mm.
And I think that's not a bad thing to have. But there are moments where I'm just like, I really need someone to just reach out and be like, hey, I love you. And like that's really all I need. Or like, hey, like I'm here for you.
Just some quick little words of affirmation.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what I want from my friendships more than I want from my romantic partners. Like if we're friends, like I do want that a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but like in romantic partners, I feel as though I want more of like a physical interaction, or just like I don't want to say acts of service, but like kind of like, but yeah, like just something that like shows me that like you care rather than words. I'm more of like, I feel like especially with men do show more than say. And I feel like because of that, I do like it when people show me that they care
Mm.
more than saying it. And I
Yeah.
think the reason why is because like I already say too much. Like I could talk to a stick, and uh, yeah. So I think, but that's just me. That's just me. Like, how do you feel about everything?
I I've
Like, how do
actually.
you want people to show that they care? And like, if they have a problem with you, like, you would just rather like face it head on, right?
Oh yeah, no. If you got a problem with me, just fucking not like come at me, but like don't like. I'm not trying to fight you right now, but if you're trying to fight, we can fight. But like, just come talk to me is what I'm really trying to say.
Yeah.
It's
No,
like,
I
man,
agree.
you stepped
I
on my
agree.
toes. Let's box. Nah. It's just like we can talk about these things. But like,
Right.
um,
Right.
while you were talking, I think I figured out like the root of like why I'm so confrontational now is because
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a lot of my friends not confront what they need to be doing right now. Like they keep getting
Mm-hmm.
stuck in this same loop. And this was in like high school, and like some of it's been
Yeah.
like the past few months, and it's just like they
Yeah.
get stuck in the same loop over and over again. And I'm sitting here like,
Mm-hmm.
bruh, I'm trying to like give you all the goddamn inspirational quotes, and fuck, I'm making some up myself, and you just keep going down the same goddamn road, and it's just like, bruh,
Yeah.
I can't, like, for my own personal sake and like my own
Oh yeah.
sanity,
A hundred
I
percent.
can't
A hundred
like
percent.
I can't be there for you, and it hurts to like say that to
Yeah.
somebody. But
I
some,
think when it gets to the point of toxicity for
yeah,
you, when you're not like you're just trying to help a dude or help a friend out or help a girl out, like you just, and I've done that same thing. I've been like, I can't help you anymore. Like I'm sorry. Like I love you and I'm always here, but like this situation I can't be a
you
part of
can't.
anymore.
Yeah, no, you can't be a part of. And it's just like
Mm-hmm.
it take like sometimes like breaking that cycle takes somebody close to you leaving, and I mean
Yeah.
that's what I've done. I've done it
Mm-hmm.
twice now.
Oh really?
Yeah, and like I've seen them get better. I mean, I haven't
Yeah.
talked to them as much because like I kind of like ejected myself out of the situation, like fucking
Yeah.
ejectocetoed my fucking shit out of the
Yeah.
situation.
And sometimes it takes like years
Oh yeah,
for them even to like this. one of the girls I've talked about before on the podcast. I'm not gonna name names. That's not fair to them.
Mm.
But she actually like, I could never be friends with her again. Like I just couldn't.
Mm.
But like she reached out after a while and she was like, I'm sorry for like the way that I treated you and the way I used you. Like physically like said that, and I was like, oh my god, like thank you. And she was just like, she's like, I know like the situation that like happened between us, like when you were in the car, because she's the girl that got like the weed. And
oh yeah,
after she had and that anyway, that was just a situation. But no, after that happened, and she's like, I understand like why you were so uncomfortable. She's like, just like apologize for it. And she's like, like I'm always here if you need anything, and like my parents still like love you and like so want to see you or whatever. And like her parents have even like again have like said hi to me and like everything when I've seen them. So it's just like I think that, like I said, like it can sometimes take years for someone to be like, oh my god, like I fucked up real bad. Even if like you two can't be friends again, at least like they confronted you about like the issues that happened before.
Came in and actually apologized.
And I think that's really good. Yeah. All right, pause real quick.
Got you.
So yeah, I think that it could take years. I know you feel the opposite though. You're like, if you're not gonna say anything to me, then fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, what do you think though about someone that like, even if it is years later, like do you think you would accept the apology but just like wouldn't be friends? Because that's what I did.
Oh yeah, no, I can accept an apology and still not be friends. Like
yeah,
that part's easy.
I think the trust is just gone after that.
Yeah.
And the thing is too, I think like there's been situations that like it's happened within like a few weeks or even like a few days, like where people have like confronted me or like I've confronted them and they just like are like, yeah, like I'm sorry. It's like, okay, but I don't trust you anymore. Like I just can't. So it's like you forgive but you don't forget kind of thing. Which can hurt, I think, a little bit. And I think at some points like you do just kind of fade from each other's like, I don't say existence, but just like from each other's like realm of being there, a lot, I guess, if that makes sense. Like from being around each other like a lot more than what you were.
Like I kind of phased out that whole goddamn circle, like that space of people. But that was just because we were like growing out of each other.
Yeah.
And growing apart.
Yeah. I think that's completely normal. There's maybe only like 2 people that I'm actually still friends with, who I still talk to from my childhood. But I know there's 3 other people though in my head that like if I did DM them or like was like, hey, like I hope you're doing well, I don't think they would be like mad at it or like be like, no, like I don't want to talk to you, but it's just like I moved states and I just like they just didn't keep up with everything. But yeah, I think that but like they are a part of like who I am, like a lot of things that happen between me and those other people shaped who I am as like an adult.
They shape you, they shape how you are as an adult. And like having those talks and having those confrontations and having those like times you grow apart, it helps your growth and makes you more mature down the line.
Right, exactly. One of the girls that I grew up with, we were always at each other's birthday parties. And the year that I moved away, it was weird for her not to be at my birthday party. And it like hurt a lot because like I mean, we were really little, so like no one get this twisted, but like me and her would fight over who would marry her brother. Now granted, we were like 2, 3, 4 years old, so like you have to understand, like we don't know what that means at that, you know what I mean? Like, and he was like a lot older than us too. Like
my god.
Like he's like 8 years older than us, I think.
Jeez.
So like yeah, he's like a lot older than us, and we just like he thought it was funny because he was still like tween years,
Yeah.
um, and then like our moms had to physically like explain us like you cannot marry your own brother. But like again, when you're like a little kid and like you're at someone's house all the time, and I don't want to say I had a crush on him because that's not what it was. It was just like he was just like a good older brother, and he was just super sweet to like all of us, like, and by us I mean like me and my brothers as well, because we all just grew up together.
Mm.
And I almost said her name. Her and I would just we admired him for that, and that's all it was. It was just like little kid, playing house type of stuff.
Got
But
you.
like we both like loved him, and like we just that's what we thought of marriage was. We just loved somebody, and that was it. You know what I mean? Like, and we were also like really little kids, but yeah, like we would fight over who would get to marry him, and um, it was really cute and everything. But no, and then my other friend, I met her through a YMCA thing, and I yeah, like it's just like remembering all these things of just like growing up with them and just having certain talks. Like again, like even when I was younger, like I had balls to the wall. Like I would just say some shit, and my mom would be like, "I did not raise you to be a heathen,"
Mm.
but I was a heathen,
You're a
and
heathen.
yeah. So you love me saying
I do.
that.
100%.
um, but yeah, no, I think that yeah, I just feel like getting things out is better than holding them in and just simmering in that pot of boiling water of just like wanting to um explode afterwards.
Yeah.
Like I just don't think that's the right way to go about things, to be honest. Um, but yeah, that's my viewpoint at least.
I
Just say
mean,
what you need to say and like
yeah.
move on from the situation.
I mean, there's still layers that that are
Right,
gonna be
obviously.
there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, as us as like best friends, you still got layers to peel back from me. Like that, you
Mm-hmm.
don't actually know everything.
Right, right,
But
right.
like you know more than most, and like there's
Mm-hmm.
those layers that it's just like, you know,
Right.
you don't. I'm not like too obligated to peel back. You know what I mean? So it's not like you don't have to say everything when it comes to not like being confronted, but like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think the main points are what you need to stick to.
yeah.
Um, I also think that like when I say like that everything, it's like everything about the situation now
Oh yeah.
of what I'm going through. But like you don't know my whole like fucking life. Like no one does. Like no one can ever know your full ass life or like every situation that you've ever been in. You know a lot about me, of course, and like you probably know me better than a lot of other people in my life.
Mm.
But and even like more of the situation, like even though a lot more people know what
Now.
happened, it's still not everything.
Yeah.
And you still know more than even they do because of the because like I would elaborate on certain situations that have happened and you're just like, oh my God, like how the fuck?
Yeah.
Um, but yeah,
I don't, bro. What more can we say about it?
I know. Yeah.
This went a lot better than I was expecting. To be honest.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I feel like it's because we both like super agree on. I mean, we really agree. I think on a lot of points, but I feel like on this we're just very much like, other than the fact that like I like to reach out to people just to make sure that like if there is anything left unsaid, like I even if it's like things that they need to say, I feel like I still want to hear them.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I think that's just more of like a personality thing rather than like a confrontational thing. Um, but I think like I feel like for you, if you say what you want to say, even if it's not to that person, like you've ranted to me many a times about certain people,
Yeah. And
and even like other and
that's
even
all
like to other people, you've done that.
that's all I need.
Yeah, right. And even like with those people, like you even tried confronting them about some things, and like they just, I don't say they cut you off, but they just completely like ignored it almost. And it was, and then they like, and then they cut you off, and it's just like, how do you? I don't understand the mindset of how
Sleep
people
at
can
night?
do that personally. I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but I mean, a little, yeah. Yeah, I feel like there's just like certain things that like people need to like understand. And I think that knowing if someone's confrontational or not confrontational, whether it's a family member or your friend, um, I don't think that like two non-confrontational people, uh, I think one of you has to be more confrontational about certain things,
Yeah.
and like you guys have to talk. Like I don't know if I could be with someone that's either not confrontational or not okay with the fact that I am, if that makes sense.
Mm.
Um, because I'm all about the feelings and the emotions, and like if
And
I can't
emotion.
talk to you about my feelings, my emotions, then like friend or otherwise, like I can't be around you. Because that's basically all I do all day, every day. Not really, but like kind of. But not really.
But
But
like
sort of.
kind of.
um, if y'all ever go on Zen streams, y'all will know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm kind of wild. If this
Kind of.
doesn't give you an indication, I'm a lot wild.
There it is.
I'm a lot wild.
There it is.
But yeah.
Just wanted you to know that you know.
Oh, I know that I know that you know that I know that I'm wild a lot. But that's not all I am. I
That's
just feel
also
like a
true.
lot of people think that's all I am. But I feel like
People generalize you a lot.
they
Like,
really do. They really do, yeah.
it's like, she's just wild. Oh no, that's just her. Nah, bro. I don't know
Nah,
what the
I
fuck you
actually
thought
have
this
a
was.
lot of layers to me. I feel like the thing is too, like, some people like have come up to me, and it hasn't just been like one person, but, like a lot of other people have come up to me, like, um, even like during, like especially now the podcast is out, I feel like a lot more people are like, oh my god, like you actually have layers, and it's like, yeah,
Oh wow.
I'm not just talking about sex all the time, or like roasting Kurt on his streams. Like I have actually a lot more to me. It's just that's just the side that like when I'm in like that type of entertainment mode, because that's just what people expect of me, like on his streams and like in certain situations. That's just the side of me that I show. But if I'm with you like one on one and I'm talking to you, I'm actually really not like that. And I think a lot of people like are starting to understand that. And that's something that, like I've actually been funnily enough been confronted on. They're like, you're actually like chill and like a nice person. It's like, I swear I am. Like
Like,
I'm not
I don't
gonna
know what the
like,
fuck you thought this was. Like,
yeah. Like I have layers like an onion. I, peel back those layers
like
and
an
it
onion.
happens. Shrek reference.
I hate it.
Hey. But yeah, there's layers to every situation, every confrontation, every friendship, every family thing. Like you don't know all of it until you really look and dive deep into situations. And again, that is my specialty. I know a lot about a lot of people, even if they don't tell me things, because I just have big brain and I'm a psychiatrist.
Yeah, you big brain a lot.
But I know a
Yeah,
lot
no,
about a lot of people.
that is not the field I'm going into, so I don't have to.
No. But yeah, I think that's my viewpoint though on being like confrontational. It doesn't have to be a bad thing. And I think a lot of people think that it is. And I don't, and it's not. It could be a really good thing, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Do you have anything to add, sir?
Alright, so the song of the day
What's the song of the day?
The song of the day is Black 2 by Buddy. I'm gonna put that on the
Cool.
that's the song I showed you last week?
The other day, right?
Yeah.
I like that song. I thought that's what it was, but I didn't want to like be like, oh yeah, that's the song that he showed me, because I don't. Sometimes you show me songs, I'm like, what I don't remember that, but that one I do
What?
remember. What?
The what?
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 I was
What?
just
What?
saying what?
I'm
Stop.
literally just fucking with you.
I know. That's why I'm like, stop.
Do you have anything else to plug?
No, because I don't want people on my Twitter because, I don't want to see anyone naked that I know.
I don't. All right. I feel like you just gotta set yourself up for that one. I feel like you just kind of set yourself up for that one.
You know who you are, people. I don't want to see it. Okay? Never. Ever. Or I will go off Twitter again. That's a fact.
Okay. Watch me do dumb shit on Twitch. Twitch.tv/alpha. Fuck.
I'm also on there being wild.
Yep.
Almost too wild.
It's like the TDE after hours.
This has been the Domino Effect.
This has been the Domino Effect. Signing off. Bye.
Oh, alrighty.
Say bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Oh, there we go.